this is our presentation for the debater contest of the Faculty of Physics. And our group name is The Conqueror. My name is Dan. This is Huyền, my classmate, and so is Thành. So our presentation today will be discussing the topic, people are becoming more and more dependent on technology. It is impossible to envision our lives without technology, as it is currently one of the necessities of the world. Technology is the utilization of specific scientific know-how for practical purposes. It boosts the usability of goods and services and facilitates the formation of value. Technology makes laborious tasks simpler and benefits us in many ways. There are two sides of every coin, and technology is no exception. And it has both positive and negative aspects, which will be carefully examined in our presentation. So Huyền, what do you think about this subject, this topic?
In my opinion, on the one hand, technology has a number of benefits. Firstly, it changes human leisure activities. Gadgets such as dishwasher, washing machine, or vacuum cleaner make house chores less laborious. Another factor is that people now can travel effortlessly. Travelers can search for the routes before starting off the journey. The options for transport is also very diverse in all aspects like by tax or means of transport. So, how about Thành? What about your opinion about the positive impacts of technology?
Well, I think that technology has significantly affected the way people communicate nowadays. We all know that the traditional messaging methods have been replaced by the modern ones, such as emails or some applications such as Messenger, Zalo, and Telegram. We all know that people prefer virtual interaction because it is very convenient, reliable, and most of all, immediate. And according to weforum.org, new communities and alternative media came with the massive growth of social media. In 2004, just fewer than 1 million people were on MySpace, and at that time, Facebook has not arrived. But in 2018, Facebook has more than 2.26 billion users all around the world. And from the graph here, we can all say that from 2004 to 2018, the number of people benefiting from social networking websites witnessed a dramatical upward trend among all of these applications, especially that of Facebook and YouTube.
So I want to add an extra idea about this. As a crucial part of technological advancement, Internet is a powerful tool in terms of searching information, like Google. Before that, data was stored in books, articles, or in memories, just the basic human knowledge. Now they are widely spread online, and people can access to any type of statistics just by internet connection. This really helps professionals to detect, analyze, or predict in certain fields. For instance, long before the rise of technology, the weather forecast was just simple and inaccurate. But then modern mechanics arrived, and they instantly assist scientists to predict a natural phenomenon more precisely and in a long period of time. But however, we have considered the advantages of this topic. But however, there are always a other side of the coin. So this topic, technology, is no exception. So what about Huyền? What do you think about the disadvantages of overusing technology?
To clarify the negative impacts of technology on human life, we found out that technology has caused some mental condition for people. Firstly, the first condition is nomophobia. This term we can call that no mobile phone phobia. It's used to describe a psychological condition when people have a fear of being detected from mobile phone connectivity. This phrase was coined by the UK Post Office in a 2008 study, but is only recently gaining traction. The survey found that more than 50% of British suffered anxiety when separated from their phones, likening the stress level to wedding day jitters. And then, according to an article of the site Reviews Dark Origin by Travel, we write, we have a image about the percentage of Americans' cell phone usage and habits. More than 70% of Americans had feel uneasy to leaving their phone at home. 71% of Americans say they check their phones within the first 10 minutes of waking up. About 53% say that they have never gone longer than 24 hours without their cell phone. Moreover, 47% of people consider themselves addicted to their phones. 35% use or look at the phone while driving. Besides it, about 70% of Americans check their phones within 5 minutes of receiving a notification. Especially, 64% of people use their phone on the toilet. And 61% have texted someone in the same room as them before. At about 50% of people say they feel a sense of panic or anxiety when their cell phone battery goes below about 20%. And 45% say that their phone is their most valuable possession. And finally, 43% use or look at their phone while on a date.
Well, Thành, how do you think the technology affects us today?
I think that the health condition has been declining due to the negative impacts of technology. The first thing I want to discuss is the musculoskeletal issues. Staring at a digital device for extended periods of time can cause neck and back pain, as well as pain in elbows, wrists, and hands. Moreover, using a laptop or a phone often requires people to sit in positions which is not good for your posture or ergonomics. The second thing is the physical inactivity. Excessive use of smartphones, laptops, or other devices can lead to physical inactivity. For instance, according to internetmatters.org, about 40% of parents worry that their children weren't getting enough physical activities due to excessive screen time. And too much sedentary time has been linked to an increased risk of range of health conditions, including obesity, heart disease, cancer, and diabetes. In COVID-19 pandemic, which kept people at home all the time, as we have all experienced, it increased reliance on digital technology, and saw sporting events around the world has been cancelled and didn't help. And still, even before the pandemic, it is estimated that physical inactivity was costing 5.3 million lives a year globally. And so I think we should add one more aspect. So what do you think about it?
So Thành was talking about the impact of technology on the health problems. But I think technology also affects people in terms of communication skills. So technology has revolutionized the way people communicate, linking humans in a real-time network across the globe. However, technology has also changed communication in many ways, and some of them are not for the better. While some of these negative effects are relatively minor, in some cases they have found huge effects on the lives and well-being of users. So the first aspect I want to talk about is the thing we call omnipresent distraction. Cell phones and mobile devices allow users to stay connected even when away from their computers. While this can be a great benefit, especially in emergencies, it can also be a dangerous distraction. Hundreds of thousands of people suffer injuries every year in accidents involving distracted driver and texting, and cell phone use are primary source of distraction behind the wheel. While it may only take the driver a few seconds to read a simple text, during that time his vehicle could travel the length of a football field without his eyes on the road. Technology can also be a distraction at home or in the office, as always present instant messaging applications and social networks can draw users' attention away from more important matters. So you can see a really simple example is that sometimes you want to work, but with your cell phones next to you, you can always checking your phones to see if there's any notifications. So another aspect I want to talk about is the dehumanization and the depersonalization. Technology can also affect the quality of communication. One of the great benefits of internet is its anonymity, which is no one will know who you are, allowing users to explore and communicate without having to give away their personal details. Unfortunately, this can also lead to users behaving the ways completely different than they would in a face-to-face conversation. When the internet reduces a person to a faceless screen name, it can make it hard for some users to remember an actual person exists right next in front of him, which can increase hostility and exclusionary behavior. Young people are especially prone to this kind of situation, with 43% of kids reporting that they have suffered online cyberbullying, and 25% of them said that they have experienced twice or more. So the final aspect so that is all of our present ideas and opinions, point of view about this topic. So what do you think about this kind of topic? Do you have different ideas or views? Let us know. And thank you for listening. Goodbye.